Hey everyone, Newbie is Haggard here. It's been quite a while since my last video. Um, been very busy with work. I'm in the IT healthcare logistics field, so being an essential employee, I kind of have to work a lot. Um, Currently have my work laptop off to the side of me over here, so hopefully I don't have to cut this video short. That's one of the main reasons I don't stream much, um, because of the fact that I constantly get called for questions, or I have to call, like, travel somewhere to go fix something, things along that line. Some of the things that I've been noticing since I haven't been recording much is that 98.6% of my viewers aren't subscribed to me. Um, so if you guys do like my videos, the subscribe button should be off to the side there, or my homepage. If you do like it, um, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. you know, if you have some suggestions, feel free to drop them off in the comments. I do read them and quite often respond to them. Today, I'm thinking about going into dual client, so playing two characters at the same time. Um, it's something that I do quite frequently, especially if you have a character that can like buff your other character. That's all the more for it. So I figured to make a video, show you guys how to do that if you guys didn't already know how to do that. Um, I find it quite useful. So I have my Hunter and Monk. They're both level 80, job 50. Um, so my Monk's basically going to follow around my Hunter. He is a Blitz build. With the new skill, you know, uh, upgrade or rebalance that Ragnarok had, Dex and Luck do affect the Falcon's damage. So um, I, I'm modifying it a little bit, my build, but it's basically add agility, dexterity, and luck. Um, that's the main focus of this build. And of course my Monk is a pure G-Fist build for MVP. So he's going to be all strength and int. So one of the main things you got to learn if you're doing dual client is Alt Tab. So Alt Tab allows you to flip back and forth to which character that you are going to play at the time. I'm only going to go flip back to my Monk whenever my Hunter needs a buff. So one of the first things that you have to do if you're going to do that is learn how to auto follow. So holding down the shift key and then right click on the character you want to follow will put that arrow on the character, so that when I walk, he's going to walk with me. Now the problem is sometimes he won't follow you. If he's not following you, go ahead and go to him, type /NC, make sure that's off, and then go to your character select screen, go back in, and then shift and right click again. So what that does is make sure your character is following, and that he doesn't stop when you start walking again. So we're all set up here. He's pretty good. I do have AGs. Do I have potions? I have potions. He's going to be my healer too, so that's another benefit of having dual client. And let's see here. Alright, we're going to go to GH. Let's see if I have arrows. I do. Let's get some more. Alrighty. And it's time to go. So, again, another benefit, having a warp to the place you want to go. You're going to hop in. He's going to hop in. You're already at the place you want to be. Shift right click. Walk in. If he doesn't follow you, just go ahead and flip back over. Shift right click again. And now you're back on. You want to make sure that your bar down at the bottom over here is gone, so press enter. so you can use your skills. And we're going to go to the prison. So right off the bat, make sure you're protecting your character if you are leeching. So I did set up even share between these two. I'm going to use the HE to kind of offset the leech. Sometimes they do follow you. If they don't, hop in. I think I'm going to go to the warped dimension gap. Let's go. We're going to go to clone map 1. Alright. Let's go to clone map 1. Alright, this is where I'm going to buff my character. So, bless. Okay, there's that. Make sure I use my HE. Okay, shift right click. And then we use my HE here. And then my awakening potion, my abrasive, and improved concentration. Alright, so I'm ready to go. He's following me. So that's very good. These characters are still red for me, so I'm not getting as much experience as I could be until I hit that level. So I'm getting about, can't really see that. Ooh, you're gonna want your character to be safe at all times. So if you have to flip back, give him a heal. Okay, and then it does get tricky sometimes, but you definitely learn how to play. So what I'm going to do is come back here, give a bless, just while I'm over here. I know I didn't need it yet, but there we go. Alright, we're back. You're going to see me periodically check at my work computer. I do have a meeting shortly. So hopefully I'll get, half an hour in, something like that. So it's pretty nice, the rebalance on the skills. My Falcon does a lot more damage than he used to. So you're seeing like around, 1,500 damage on my Falcon. There was just a 2k double attack there. So just get a level. Always try to get the monsters that are walking towards your character that you're leeching, if you are leeching. You don't want him to die. Or her, depending on what character you're playing. Kind of torn on whether I like the Sidewinder card in my bow or not. It's nice to hit, 2,200 every once in a while, 2,400 with double attack and critical, of course. But let me know what you guys think. So as you can see, I kind of started off a little shaky. My monk was getting hit. I was kind of getting sloppy, but you know, once you start playing for a little while, you get the hang of it. And then definitely make sure that your partner's getting experience as well. Sometimes the even share gets cut off. Yeah, which it probably did. Let's check the party. Wrong one. Here's my party. Where's my setup? There it is. Ah! Okay, now we're set up for even share. Let's see if it works, and yes it does. Okay. So my hunter just got out of balance with him because even share wasn't on. That's okay. Let me know if you want the background music enhanced at all. Seems a little low in my headset. I just got a new headset. I was having issues with my other one. It wasn't recording sound, and you know, I was having trouble recording as well. So that on top of working all the time, you know, caused me to have a delay in some of my videos. I did still play every once in a while, but nothing on a recordable level. So this headset is very, very interesting because I can still hear everything around me. So that's good, I guess, especially when you have to answer calls for work or something like that, or your kids or your wife is trying to get a hold of you. You don't have headsets covering your ears that you can't hear out of. These I could snap my fingers and hear perfectly. So I could hear when my family's awake, if they're walking around, anything like that. Primarily only game when they're asleep, because I have 4 children. They're complete monsters. Another reason why I don't stream. Constant interruptions, things like that, and you know, you gotta spend time with them. So I'll make these short videos. Hopefully they help you guys out. It's definitely, you know, a quicker way if you want to play multiple characters and you feel like leveling. Say one character doesn't level real well or has a build that, you know, you struggle with leveling. Get a build like, you know, a hunter or a knight. You know, I prefer the hunter because it's a ranged attack, so if anything's walking towards your other character, you can snipe it before it does any damage to your character. So if you're looking over here, we can buff. We need a buff. So there we go. Let's get my abrasive back on. I got that for free, so let's use that. It's pretty empty in here. Pretty much got the whole map to myself, which is unusual because there's usually a ton of people in the prison map. If you do notice, I don't pick up many items. I think the benefit of the AG battle manual outweighs what I'd make back in picking up all the items. Of course, if anything of interest drops, I will pick that up. And of course, if I don't have an HE battle manual on me, I'll pick up the items. It's only for the benefit of getting as much experience as possible out of that in the allotted time. So I'm trying to increase my ASPD. So I'm going to pump Agi, maybe stopping at 90. I feel as though that's a reasonable number. I want to at least get 185 ASPD for right now. And then I can look towards the future. I'm only level 81, so I'll try to balance it out towards the end. And of course, with the new rebalance of the skill of your Falcon, the proc for how much he actually flies still relies on luck, but the damage relies on, you know, dexterity and agility. So if you do lose your guy, if he stops following you, just run back a little bit and then he'll start following you again. It's another tip. So my deleter finally changed from neutral. It's been over a month since I've been playing with him. I've heard, you know, people taking 2 months plus for them to become loyal. But we'll see. Looking for that bonus once he becomes loyal. So I do usually have these characters sitting out in Frontera, just because I need them to feed my pet. So my Hierarch over here, he's still neutral. He's been out for a month too. So I don't know. I think it kind of takes long for the pet to become loyal, but then again, the stat that it's going to give you once it does, you know, it's worth the wait. But the only problem I see with that is you could probably make character 99 a couple times before they become loyal. And you kind of want that loyal character while you're leveling up. So I'll definitely have it for the other characters on my accounts. So a couple of other characters that I did make. You guys have already seen the wizard. You've seen my rogue. This is my hunter. I made him. I think this is one of the first videos with him. I do have a knight pushing level 80. I was trying out the new bowling bash skill. It's pretty awesome. Using him for grinding the orc dungeon. So I can try to get those frenzy equipments. So I've played Ragnarok for a long time. You notice that it's not a new feature, but it's a slightly new feature to have this over here, so you know what buff you're missing at the time. So that's really cool. And then you know what time they're gonna be done with. So I got 2 minutes left on those, 3 minutes on that, and then I only got 4, 3, 2, 1. For my abrasive, I'll throw another abrasive on there, and we're good to go. Pretty much got free range of this place. It's pretty cool. If you guys want to know any of my software or my gear, let me know in the comments. If you're looking to do the same thing, you know, do a little recording or a little streaming. If you're interested in anything that I have, I can let you know what they are. like I said, I'm liking these new headphones. I wasn't really a Logitech fan, but you know, after putting these headphones on, they're very comfortable, and the fact that I could hear everything is kind of crazy. And they are wireless, so a little step up from my previous pair that I was wearing in the other videos. What other characters do I have? I don't even know. I don't even know what other characters I have. Oh, my blacksmith. I made a blacksmith. He's 70 plus. If you guys want to see any of those, let me know. I don't know why I did that. Alright, let's throw another HE on. Alrighty. We'll go until my awakening potion runs out and my HE battle manual. So they should run out around the same time. I have 14 minutes left on that, 14 minutes left on that. So that's good. And then I got my call in a little bit, so I gotta prep for that. So hopefully, you know, the sound works out well for this. I do think the background music is a little low, just from what I'm hearing in my headset, but I could definitely adjust that. Let me know in the comments if you like that. If you want more videos like this on, you know, how to dual client, let me know, or how to, you know, do some other things that people like to do in this game, tricks, things like that. The one thing I do want to mention on the dual client is that I did not go full screen mode just for the purposes of recording, because when I'm recording, if I select the device that I'm trying to record from, I usually do the client of, you know, Ragnarok.exe, but it won't do both at the same time. But if I do a display recording with both clients up, non-full screen, it will record both screens, which, you know, doesn't really take away from anything other than the fact that I got the line going around my screen. So I do want to thank you guys for the you know, the high influx of views, the likes, the comments, sending over 40,000 views, couple hundred, or 120 something subscribers. Again, 98.6% of, you know, my viewers aren't subscribed to me, so if you do like it and you do want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give a like if you like it, dislike if you didn't. Let me know any other comments on improving or what you want to see. I'll try to respond to everyone, but like I said, work lately has been absolute madness because of the fact that we have a ton of remote users now, and some people have never used soft tokens, VPNs, all that kind of stuff before. So they have a lot of questions, and they'll call you, and, you know, a lot of confusion for them. It's the first time for them working from home. Even people that don't work in the computer field are forced to work from home on their laptops that they would normally be at work. So, you know, setting them up with something new leads to a lot of questions. And then we've actually had a problem where there was too many people working from home and the bandwidth wasn't supportive of VPNs, and it kind of like stopped working to the point of where only a certain amount of people were allowed on, and then once that person got off, it would allow another person back on, but not that person. So we had to do a lot of upgrades to that as well. That was fun. And yeah, do a lot of upgrades. Doing some cloud upgrades later today, so I'm working on the weekend. I need to get a silent mouse. I can hear the clicks through this headset. I did have a gaming mouse that was silent. It was nice, but it broke. I blame my kids for it breaking. They break everything that I own. The only thing that could have made this better if I got, Mistress Wing, so I could teleport my party around. But, since it's open, it's not that bad. And again, if you're thinking about doing a dual client, make sure no control is off on the character you want to be following, to be the one that's following. A couple people ask, how I got some of my gear. So if you are interested in looking at what I do have, this is what I got. I did a lot of trades from the Chaos server. I quit Chaos, the renewal server of Ragnarok. So I noticed a big shift in people either going one way or the other. So a lot of the renewal players that started only with renewal found out about Chaos server and the advanced classes, all like that, and they moved over to that server, whereas a lot of the Chaos people want to revert back to an original Ragnarok because they've been playing Chaos for so long, and this is something new and refreshing. That was my case, at least. So I was on the Chaos server. MVP cards are extremely common. Everything's kind of super overpriced. You got to do a lot of deals outside of, vending, and you got to put a lot of trust in a lot of the other players. And fortunately, I've only been scammed once, and the GMs gave me back everything that I traded for the item. So there's a lot of good, legit players still around, which is good to see. But definitely the server prices are crazy, to the point where you can't vend a lot of your stuff. So I seen it did go back down. I'm still a member of a lot of the Facebook groups. So a lot of the prices did pretty much get cut in half with the influx of players and the supply and demand of the items. So that's a really good sign. So if I ever decide to rejoin that community, I know it won't be too hard to get back up to speed. But pretty much had all max level characters on the server, level 175. you know, experimenting with different builds all the time. Um, so, but, you know, going back to your roots, kind of like with the Transcendence server, you know, it's just fun. Like, you know, especially with me, I don't have a lot of time, you know, only having this one class available right now, which, you know, I could expect in the future to have, you know, Transcendence classes and third class. But, yeah, for now, you know, I'm hovering around 80, you know, some 90 level characters, and I don't have to invest a ton of time into it. It's just more of a, you know, like hobby, something like recording. It's more of a hobby of mine. So, you know, my main focus is work, of course, and my family. Just touch on that in case anyone asks again. It's the main reasons why I don't stream. So, um, I'll let this video run till my battle manual runs out. About 5 more minutes. Ooh, I need an abrasive. I don't know if you guys seen this weapon before. I may have showed it on my rogue, but max level, well, not really max, because he can go up to 20. I did recently get a plus 18 on the Chaos server that I sold. So it is possible to go high, but definitely a lot easier on the Chaos server than it is on this server. So I'm good with 10 for now, and it's got max stats on it. So plus 15 rage attack damage, plus 25% neutral. Awesome. Let me know what you think about the Sidewinder card. I'm not sure about it yet. I have it because my rogue uses this weapon as well. Penny of Clarity, so it's the Hunter set. And I've actually have a Hunter this time. I do have the upgraded versions of these, but I have to wait till level 90 to use the brooch. I don't know how you say it. And I also got rings for my monk over here. So, may seem like a pretty stacked monk. You know, he's got the plus 9 everything, the Alice cards, the pretty much MVP all the way. I got a plus 100 SP, plus 9 Coder Champion. You know, going full G-Fist on that, but have not used any part of him for MVPs as of yet. He's just been following around my Hunter since, you know, he's a little acolyte. Again, ton of my stuff I got just from trade deals from Chaos. Pretty high level player on the Transcendence server. I was pretty high level on the Chaos server, and we just decided to, you know, give each other our gears. So that was pretty cool. So it allows me to level up real quick, and then allows him on the other server to, you know, do his thing as well, level up as fast as he can. Coming down to the last minute and a half. So, hope you guys liked it. If you like dual clienting, if you have any questions, let me know. Throw it in the comments. I like it. It's a pretty quick way of leveling. I also did a priest. Kind of forgot about that. Uh, so my priest did the same thing. Followed me around. He's only level 50 something right now. Um, so again, if I switch my monk and my priest right now, I'd be using Gloria and my falcon would just be going nuts. So probably a little later on, I'll be using my priest instead of my monk, once they're up in the 90s. But however, I would have to leech my priest off of another character, so um, that's definitely good to have. So I'll start another character, get it up to the point where my priest can level with it, and then it'll be his slave up until the point where he can party with my hunter, and then we'll probably hit up the chivalry or something like that. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, again, feel free. If you did like the video and you're not a subscriber, feel free to subscribe. It should be in the bottom corner over there. Again, thank you guys for the views, the comments. My channel pretty much increased exponentially. It was like at a 999% when I posted my first Rogue video. So thank you guys very much for that. And hope to see you guys again. Alright, bye.